So y'all check this out. This is the comment section from Brian Logic's response video to Bev. It's a simple geometric argument, but they freaked out over there on FED. But anyway, Brian wasn't so bad with his response video. But so here's Gary Y. Banga. We're talking about celestial navigation. He says elevation angles to Polaris are simple perspective angles from the observer's field of view. They are not 90-degree right triangles. They are obtuse triangles. Then I responded to Gary. I said, I don't think Brian understands how hard they're making it for us flat earthers that actually debate celestial navigation. But I think he'll come around, but it might take him listening to some real debates, because they damn sure ain't debating over there on flat earth debates. It's a joke over there. So Brian responds with, no, Gary, you must do height of eye correction, otherwise you won't get your correct latitude. You couldn't be more wrong. So the more I hear from Brian, I'm thinking, how much has he even looked into this? Because the height of eye is not going to change your latitude. It's a very small correction. But anyway, so Gary responds with, you could do a height of eye correction, but it's still measured to your horizon. It's not a 90-degree right triangle. And like I said, technically he's right. It's an obtuse triangle. That's what you measure. So I jumped in. I said, bro, the height of eye correction is not even necessary unless you want a location within a couple miles, which no one has ever proven these measurements that accurately over these big oceans, man. And look what he responds with. Incorrect, Brian. Without the height of eye being added, your angle will be wrong. Then so will your circle of equal altitude. And the other two circles of equal altitude if you treat them the same. So, if you don't want to be 100 miles out from your destination, then you do height of eye. Also, you won't get the correct latitude without the height of eye. Sight reduction tables make it even more precise. Brian, the fact you feel like height of eye is not important to our argument means directly one thing. You don't understand the sextant argument. So you should stop debating with it, as you are making a mockery of our argument. So we're going to put that to the test with Polaris. He claims that you're going to be over 100 miles out and get the wrong latitude if I don't add height of eye. So at this point, I know he doesn't understand. So I said, if I give you the elevation angles, right ascensions, and eye heights for 3 different stars, can you give me your location? And he never responded, because I know he can't. And none of them over there have even shown that they know anything more than the basic principles. But he never responded, so I said the height of eye correction for 100 feet is less than an 8-mile difference in position. Look it up. Y'all should know this stuff, man. So let's test it. Here it is. Here's the increments and corrections. So at 1 meter, you're off by 0.2 miles, or 0.2 arc seconds. So you're not even off by a full mile until you're like 10 feet or 12 feet. So look at 15 meters, which is like almost 50 feet. You're off by about 3.6 arc minutes or 3.6 miles. So I mean, I went down as far as looking at like 100 feet, because who's going to be higher than that in a boat or whatever? So the angle to Polaris, you're going to be off by about 8 miles. That's not going to change your latitude. Nothing that they could prove over thousands of miles, they're not going to be able to show 8-mile discrepancies in open ocean. The point is that you're wrong, Brian. You were wrong with Gary, and you're wrong with me. You're not going to be off by 100 miles if you don't add the height of eye correction to a Polaris elevation angle. You're just wrong, bro. So, and last but not least, let's see if you could do fuck all with an angle. A simple geometric argument. Okay, here we are at the right triangle calculator. So we're going to clear out all the values, and all we know right now is we have a 90-degree triangle. So let's see if we can do anything with an angle. Well, even 2 angles in this example. So what we're going to do is go over here and enter 45 degrees. So let's see what we get. Let's see what we can calculate or come up with just an angle. Please provide 2 values to calculate. So you need the 90-degree angle and 2 values. So I guess Beb is right. You can't do fuck all with an angle. You need more information to go along with it. I think his argument is a simple geometric argument. I don't understand why anybody would argue that. It's ridiculous. It's a simple geometric argument. See, listening to Nathan and Quantum Eraser argue against simple geometry is freaking embarrassing, dude. They're getting impossible to listen to. And anybody who's watched even a minute of Bev Try Thinking knows that he argues pure geometry, Nathan. So you don't have to like it, but don't argue against it, stupid. It's literally pathetic, man. So if you go over to Flat Earth Debates and they don't agree with you, they're just going to tear you to shreds and disrespect you all up and down. I mean, they've done it to everybody they don't agree with. They can't. They're incapable of having a discussion, much less a debate. They've done it to me, Austin, Jaron, SC Montreal, Sin Cleanser, freaking Die Slow. I mean, I could name a list of names an hour long. We listened to Nathan disrespect Bev for 2 hours and not let him get out his one little defense, man, that it's a geometric argument. And then SE tries to bridge the gap and explain where they're coming from because the argument isn't even directed at Nathan. And he mutes him over and over and then kicks him. And Rob tries to do the same. He gets kicked. It's a joke, man. It's like the same thing I tried to do to defend Austin and find out what their problem was with the ether. And they freaked out on me. It's all they're capable of over there.